guys, how's it going?
My little hellions.
So yeah, I always vlog about me eating and food and stuff like that. I'm not the only one that's hungry. Oh, poor doggy. Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm glad she eats it because I couldn't. Anyway, so with lack of a better thing to do tonight, I sat down and got back up again because I want to show you guys this. I've got like a plethora of crap going on right now. Okay, so I've got the boo box and the programmer both connected because what I want to do tonight, hopefully I can get this done. These little connectors that I bought last night, here and here, I want to be able to take the wires, and this is basically more of a visual than anything, take the wires from the boo box and hook it to one side of the connector so that the other side of the connector will actually go to the PCB board, and that is going to house all the relays, and then from this board I'll have the wires on the other side going to the prop car reverse lights, brake lights, and whatever else I feel needs to be done. And I was going to vlog tonight about starting to draw the traces for the board and whatnot, and just basically showing you guys. And I looked at the video the other night and I was like, oh, bloody hell, that's not very good. My description was not good as far as letting you guys know that when you draw your trace for the wires, how it reverses. And you guys can't see this. I'm doing this over here in this hand, right over here, but you can't see it because it's like all up on me. So basically, okay, here's your board, there's your relay. The relay is going to be mounted to this side of the board, and that's one more thing, let me stop for a second. I didn't notice that this is actually a double-sided board, so in other words there's copper on both sides. And yeah, if you want to get real complex, which I don't because I like to kiss, keep it simple, stupid, you know the acronym. So anyway, I like to keep it simple, so I'm not going to use both sides of the board. I'm only going to use one, and I will probably also end up cutting this board in half so that it'll just be like, oh, and sorry about the dirty fingers, I'm an automotive technician. What do you expect? So probably about like this much of the board I'm going to use. And anyway, like I was saying, so you mount the relay on the top, but you're not going to solder it on the top, you're going to solder it on the bottom. So when you flip this board over, this is how the traces need to be, because this is going to be going through to the bottom. That's still not a good explanation, is it? I'm going to have to show you guys because I'm not good at explaining things, much less enunciating. Damn. So what I actually think that I'm going, actually there's that word again, what I believe that I'm going to do tonight is, and oh, you guys need to do this too. So on your relays, if you guys do anything with relays, you've got a little picture there. And on this picture, it shows you basically all the information that you need to know. And when you see, let's see, this symbol right here, when it's got a wire going here and a wire going here, these pins relate to what you're looking at right here. This part of it is your control side. This is the side that's going to be hooked to the boo box, and it's your low power side. By putting positive and negative to these wires, and it doesn't matter which, so positive, negative, or negative, positive, by putting power to this right here, it actually energizes the relay, and then this is your switch to where it clicks over and it switches. So for your device side, so let's say I have the taillights, I'm going to have one wire going directly from the power supply to the taillights, and for this it doesn't matter positive or negative. So let's just say that I've got positive from the power supply going to the taillights. Your negative side would be connected here and here, so that when you energize this relay, it'll switch and it'll actually close that circuit, giving you power to the taillights. Oops. I dropped you guys, sorry. So hopefully that explains a little something. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do here. It's going to be one of the two things. I'm either going to draw up the schematic a little bit, or the traces, or I'm going to start soldering in the wires for the boo box for the output. Oh, and that's what I wanted to show you too. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dang it. I'll tell you what. Alright, so basically with this, it tells me that, and sometimes it'll actually give you the pin numbers, and you can look on the bottom of the relay, and I know that you're probably not going to be able to see it at all, if that well, but on the bottom of the relay pins are numbered, so that you usually take the corresponding, you know, number here and apply it to the bottom. The bad thing about this relay is all it does is give you a picture. So now you have to figure out, well, okay, so there's 3 legs on one side and 2 on the other. Well, there's 2 here and 3 here, but you know, does it go this way or does it go this way? You just can't tell. Well, you can, because if you look at the picture, and this picture actually represents what you're looking at right now, kind of in 3D. So one side of it is going to be, and I can't do this with one hand, and now you can't see the diagram, but one side's going to be there, one side is going to be here, and if I can hold that and then come over here and hit the button, you guys can hear that, but you can't see it. I mean, you can't see the relay activate, and it'd be really cool if you guys could see. Okay, maybe you can. Alright, see the light up? So that I know that that relay is working. You can hear it. So, case in point, you need to make sure that you've got the right pins on the relay. So, like I said, I'm going to sit here and figure out what I'm going to do, and I'll get back to you in like 2 and 2. Don't ask. Alright, so it's just a little while later. It's a lot later. And, well, not too much, but this is what I've been able to do so far. Is I've gotten all the ground wires on the one side of the connector soldered in, and I've got the wire, all the negative wires on the other side of the connector soldered in. And it's really difficult to do because on the male connector, you've got these tiny little pins that you have to solder the wire to. So it takes a little while. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Not much of anything. So, and I totally need a tripod, because I've tried to figure out a way to put the camera so that it's like that, so you guys can see what I'm doing. I've tried using the combination of the chair, the trash can, this little table that I use out back for the campfires, bonfires during the summer. And, okay, I'm not going to show you, but there's also a ladder in the other room too. None of that stuff worked. But this does. I can just kind of lean it at an angle. Oh, and I didn't tell you guys yesterday either. This right here is the PCB etch solution. So after you get your traces on the board, you take the solution and the board and you put it in like a glass dish and wait about 20 minutes. Agitate it just a little bit, and I'm not talking about yelling bad things at it. You know what I mean. So you agitate it a little bit, and it eats copper away from the places that you did not write with the permanent marker. So yeah, so there's that. This vlog is going to be really long and really dry, and I really apologize, but it is what it is. So I'm going to sit here and solder. What I've done is I've taken all the wires, twisted the ends of them, and for the ones with the pins I just showed you, you do not tin the tip, or else you're never going to get it into the connector. For this other connector, I do tin the tip. Flip it over, and stick it in. Oh yeah, yeah. A little bit of solder. A little bit of solder. Done. There's one. I mean, it goes kind of quick, but it's just... Mom always said that patience was like a virtue. If you don't have it, then Some things just suck. There. So now I've got 6 positive, 6 negative. And the way that I'm going to, even though these are isolated and they're not going to touch each other, it's stiff wire, I'm still going to take, and it's going to look sloppy, but I'm going to take hot glue and basically insulate all of that stuff there. And then these will all get put to all these terminals on the boo box, so that I will have just a connector to connect the board to it. And the board and all that stuff will stay in the car. So, this is probably extremely boring for you guys right now. I'm so sorry. But, I do have one shout out of the day. A new subscriber. We lost one. I had 71 this morning. And then this afternoon we had 70. And then this evening we got 71 again. So that's like really cool. So the shout out of the night goes to our new subscriber, Pickled Chicklet. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And she said that she liked the voices, so I've thrown some in tonight to not make it so dry, or hopefully make it so it's not so dry. So anyway, that's all that I have for you guys tonight. Tomorrow I'll update you on the wires that I get done tonight, because I want to go turn my music back on, because it's too quiet. Shh. Anyway, you guys, happy haunting. Catch you all tomorrow.
Grr. Arg. Grr. Arg. Grr.